A really big trend in denim for fall 2010 is actually wearing denim with denim. The story that we're shooting here today sort of shows you how all the possibilities of how to style denim with other denim pieces.
We shot the assignment at a industrial denim wash place in Gardena. For this shoot, I decided to shoot both RAW and JPEG, and RAW images give me a lot more control in post-production than a JPEG image would. I decided to bring with me two Mark IIIs, a 7D, a 2470, a 70-200, a 300-8, and an 85-12 for narrow depth of field. And I wasn't sure about the lighting, so I brought both strobes and reflectors and was going to try to figure out it on the fly once we got there. The place was really nicely lit, very nicely color balanced, and there were open areas and open windows and open doors where I can actually go and use a reflector to bounce light in. And it gave a more natural look, more industrial look, as opposed to bringing in strobes and kind of lighting everything. And this was a very easy way of getting exactly what I wanted done with just minimal equipment. I brought with me two different size reflectors, a silver reflector, which was roughly about 4x3, and a very large reflector, which was about 6 feet by 4 feet. So the very first setup, I had this idea from the movie Norma Ray, where she actually stood up on the table and gave a speech saying, you know, we're not taking this anymore, we need a union. So I shot that with two different lenses. I decided to use the 70-200 to get the woman walking with me, and then I went very tight to give me a narrow depth of field for the background with the 300-8. A lot of people use this lens for sports, but I use it for fashion and I use it for portraits a lot. So the wrench shot was going to be a little bit tricky because I didn't have that much room in between this bench that was bolted to the floor and the actual dryer that was in the background. So the only way that I could get this shot where she would be in focus and the background would be enough out of focus was to go with an 85-12 at 1.2, a very narrow depth of field. It gave her a very strong, defiant look, and it was exactly what we were looking for. This was almost near the end of the shoot and the end of the day, and I'm looking for one spot to shoot another image, and I see this area that's covered with a blue tarp, and I'm looking down at the ground, everything's blue, and it suddenly strikes me, blue denim, let's just do it all blue. So we bring the model over and we find this huge stacks of denim that they're being washed and are being treated. So I had my assistant Ard Nash come in with a silver reflector, and I used silver because it reflected a nice clean light. So her skin tones are properly, but everything else is a shade of blue.
As the stylist for this shoot, I feel it went really well. I was a little bit nervous because we had so much denim on denim. I was a little afraid it was going to be kind of one note, one tone, with the way it was lit and the way the model moved and the way the clothes all turned out. It actually looks really good.